Hi Shreyas, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm doing great. Nice meeting you
Long time.
after a
Long.
long time. Yes.
All right. So first of all, congratulations. You are at a place which is a dream of almost every Indian who aspires to do CAT and then join an institute. Almost every Indian. Right. I am Ahmedabad. How are you feeling? कैसा feel हो रहा है?
No words to describe it actually. It wasn't my dream to go into IMA. I thought that I won't be able to make it at first, but now with right mentorship guidance, I think that it is possible.
All right. कोई बात. So we will keep it very concise for our users जो यहाँ पे सिर्फ मुद्दे की बातें सुनने आए हैं. ठीक है. तो मैं एक एक करके आपसे कुछ 4-5 सवाल पूछूंगा. You quickly answer that according to your thing and then we will move ahead. All right. First thing, that how was your journey overall? It was your repeated attempt. So tell me about it. How was your journey? How did everything go about?
So before starting, I would just want you to I want to share the screen and show you the scorecard of my previous CAT attempt.
All right.
Can you see the scorecard?
Yes, I can see the scorecard.
So this is my 2020 CAT scorecard.
Okay.
If you see my verbal score, it is just 53 percentile, and the overall is 87 percentile. There is a catch why it was so low, but before that, I will show you my CAT 21 percentile. The verbal has improved tremendously to around 98.4 from 53, and the overall is 99. So as I was saying that in my first CAT attempt, my PC got hanged for around 10 minutes in the initial stage itself. And I was like, Sab khatam hai bhai." I had prepared hard for CAT 2020 also. I managed somehow without accuracy to attempt questions in verbal, and it backfired badly. I regained my momentum in DILR and quants, but uh, I wasn't able to cover it up to my potential. Then I decided that I would be repeating CAT, as I was sure that I hadn't reached my potential yet. For that, I took very tough decisions in my life. I left my job in L&T construction. So I'm a civil engineer, and in civil engineering, getting a job in L&T is quite tough, but I left it because they were sending me to Bhubaneswar, which is around 2000 kilometers from my place, and CAT preparation would have been difficult. And apart from that, I left for only CAT study was my basic focus for the next 6 months from July to November. I joined quantifiers. It was quite consistent throughout the day. I'd never felt that I have free time during my day, because there was always assignments and activities going on Facebook, Telegram, etc. After that, there were many points wherein I scored low, but accuracy was my major focus in the overall journey.
All right, Shreyas. Okay. Uh, can we just have a focus at you? Screen sharing stop करो ताकि मैं आपको अच्छे से देख सकूं.
Oh, yes.
All right. Yeah. Now it's good. So you told me that you left the job, right? And then you prepared totally for CAT, right? So how was that decision for you, first of all? मतलब for example, हो सकता है कि आपके घर वाले शायद ज्यादा सपोर्टिव ना हो या कुछ भी हो. I तो totally remember that before you quit your job we had a conversation. I remember
Yes.
that part. But what was the reaction of your parents? Were they supportive? How was it?
So actually, my sister is a recent pass out from IIM Ranchi, and my parents are aware how an IIM boost your career to a next level, and that is why they were supportive, and they decided to back me. They knew that I could do it, and yes, there was no family pressure as such that
And you
you
did
have
it.
to do a job.
All right. Okay. So we can also conclude from this part that if you are, let's say, quitting your job for CAT, and you are totally nailing it, and then you are also nailing your interview, you can get through, right? Because it all depends on how you take on the conversation during the interview, right? Okay, so this is one
Uh,
of the major. Yeah, yeah.
there is a lot of fear in minds of people that gap year may hinder their chances, but yes, I do agree it can. But if you have a good profile and you have diverse things to talk about apart from gap year being the focus of interviewer, then you can shift the focus to different topics. Like I had geopolitics as my interest area, and I mostly drive my interviews there,
Right.
as I had told you.
सो वही आई टोटली एग्री विद यू. मतलब सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि आपके पास बातें करने के लिए होनी चाहिए, और दूसरी बात बातें करनी आनी चाहिए. ये दोनों, क्योंकि
Yes,
कईयों के पास बातें होती हैं लेकिन करनी नहीं आती. तो आपने
true.
इंटरव्यू कैसे ड्राइव करना है, कैसा करना है, सब कुछ बहुत मैटर करता है उस दिन जिस दिन आपका इंटरव्यू होगा, राइट? ऑलराइट, ठीक है श्रेयस. अब ये थी आपकी ओवरऑल जर्नी की बात. अब मुझे आई जस्ट फोकस अपॉन द लो पॉइंट्स ऑफ योर जर्नी. व्हाट वर द लो पॉइंट्स एंड हाउ डिड यू कोप अप विद दैट?
So my start itself was a low point, I would say. Scoring a 53 percentile and then taking a leap of leaving your job, giving it all to CAT without knowing whether the result will be in my favor or not was the lowest point. After that, did study consistently. I would say that there is no substitution for that. And please join a focused program which provides you mentoring and guidance in that direction only. And quantifiers is definitely one. I'm happy that I could choose it. Apart from that lowest point, I would say that during around 3 weeks from CAT, my VARC accuracy dropped to around 50 or 60%. And DILR score wasn't going up. But then I decided to start solving the quantifiers DLR book again, and do those 300 sets, just revise it over again. And that did help to boost my confidence. I am definitely happy to tell you that I had an accuracy which was way beyond my expectation. In verbal, I attempted 14 questions. I got 13 correct, one being theta, the wrong one. In DILR, I attempted around 8 questions, got 2 wrong. One was tukka and one was negative. And in quants, I attempted 14, got 13 correct. Only one wrong, that was also theta. So in the entire paper, I got just one negative. So that was an achievement I hadn't reached in my mocks. Please don't think that if you get 10 negatives in mocks, you will get 10 in CAT. That is not the case.
Shreyas, very good point, Shreyas. I would just like to pause you here. And for all the users who are watching it, please notice this point कि आपको कैट में अगर 99 से above लाना है तो आपको हर सेक्शन फोड़ नहीं देना एकदम से, और ऐसा नहीं एक्सपेक्ट करना कि मैं सारे ही क्वेश्चन कर दूं. आपको जितना करना है वो सबसे ज्यादा एक्यूरेसी मैटर करती है. अगर आप 10 क्वेश्चन भी कर रहे हो तीनों सेक्शन में यूनिफॉर्मली और एक्यूरेट कर रहे हो 10 यू विल लैंड समवेयर अराउंड 99, एंड दैट इज फॉर श्योर, राइट? डिपेंड दो इट डिपेंड्स कि उस टाइम पेपर कैसा था, ट्रेंड कैसा था, बट जो ओवरऑल सिनेरियो आज तक चलता आ रहा है, तुम्हें एक अच्छा परसेंटेज मिलेगा अगर एक्यूरेसी अच्छी है. वन ऑफ द मेजर रीजंस, वन ऑफ द मेजर फ्लॉज आई सी इन द पीपल कि उनके अगर 12-13 अटेम्प्ट होते हैं, दे ट्राई टू पुश इट टू 20-18. Rather work on your accuracy, because that the more will your accuracy will be, the more your confidence will be, and उसके साथ attempts automatically बढ़ेंगे आपके, right? Should you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So, okay, this is one thing that you worked upon your accuracy. The first law was that your accuracy was this, right? Done. Thank you. Apart from that, let's quickly go through your individual subject strategies. Quant, verbal, and DI one by one. Quant के लिए आप particularly क्या करते थे? आपका दिन कैसा रहता था? DILR के लिए आप क्या करते थे? दिन में कितना टाइम देते थे? और वर्बल के लिए एक बार दिन में कितना टाइम देते थे? क्योंकि बहुत सारे बच्चे मेरे से एक बात पूछते हैं कि क्या मेरे से क्या 6 महीने में हो जाएगा, क्या 8 महीने में हो जाएगा, मेरा टाइम टेबल क्या होना चाहिए? तो एक बार अपना टाइम टेबल हल्का सा बता दो, उसके बाद आप हर सब्जेक्ट को इंडिविजुअली कैसे टैकल करते थे वो बता दो.
मैंने जैसे पहले ही बताया कि मेरा पूरा दिन टाइट ही जाता था, कुछ ना कुछ एक्टिविटीज चलती रहती थी. तो आई यूज्ड टू फॉलो 2 or 3 resources max from quantifiers, DILR book, and apart from that, the threads on Facebook. I didn't follow any Telegram group. Please don't follow them, is my advice. Apart from that, I would say that I used to dedicate around 6 hours every day, 2 hours per subject. I focused every day on reading something and give daily test on RCs or passages. That was very crucial. Apart from that, yes, that was my day. I did follow a book called Critical Reasoning Bible for verbal. If you have chance, please do read it. It will help you in certain ways.
Alright, okay, the one point. Now we will talk individually about your verbal thing. That how did you tackle it? How did you improve your accuracy is the major question. जो भी लोग में से वर्बल की मतलब पूछते हैं कि हमें वर्बल में सिर्फ 4-5 ठीक होते हैं, 6 नहीं ठीक होते, आपने कंसिस्टेंटली क्या किया, मतलब व्हाट वाज द रीजन यू इंप्रूव्ड ऑन वर्बल?
So I would say that read every day, solve every day. Don't do things like you one day you read and one day you solve, and that won't help certainly. And secondly, please try to get to know what the author is trying to say and what the paper expects from you. If it is saying cannot, or there is negation, double negation, triple negations are also there in questions. Be slow, understand those question formats and then answer. If you are sure that you don't get triple negation or double negation questions, leave them directly. I used to leave those questions directly and focus only on fact based or easy questions first, and that did help. And
So
for strategizing, I would say consistency was the only solution, nothing else.
so overall, to summarize the things, you need to read plus solve regularly, first point.
Yeah.
Second, you emphasize more on comprehension rather than just speed. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने पैराग्राफ फटाफट पढ़ दिया, लेकिन जितना पढ़ा उतना समझा, सबसे बड़ी बात ये है. थर्ड, आपने क्वेश्चंस में अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स पहचानी कि जैसे अगर डबल नेगेशन ट्रिपल नेगेशन आपकी उतनी स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है तो आपने वो छोड़ दिया एक बार के लिए, आपने अपनी स्ट्रेंथ के हिसाब से पेपर किया, राइट? दीज आर द 2-3 पॉइंटर्स. और आपने आरसी टेस्ट, मुझे पूरा याद है आपके स्कोर्स कंसिस्टेंटली, आप रोज के आरसी टेस्ट फेसबुक पे भी देते थे, आप गूगल फॉर्म्स आपने सारे अटेम्प्ट किए, यू डिड ऑल दैट, आई रिमेंबर. So if you're watching it on our Facebook group, we are conducting daily test of verbal and everything. So it's good if you can follow that, right? So that's the first thing. Now, if we talk about DILR particularly, that is again a major, pitfall for a lot of people. लोग डरते हैं उससे. So what would be your advice for that?
So I would say that DILR में मेरा syllabus last attempt में हो ही गया था almost. So there was the only thing was I wasn't aware of the variety of questions that are there. So I solved around 350 to 400 sets and revised them. Not only solve them once and forget, but revise those concepts again. That was crucial. And yes, in DILR I used to solve around 3 to 4 sets compulsorily daily. So that was my schedule.
All right. So again, for DILR, the main point is familiarity with the sets, right? Because the more familiar sets you will see in DILR, the better it will be over the period, right? यही मैं सारे यूजर्स को भी कहता हूँ कि इट्स नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट कि आप एक बार में एक गेम का टूर्नामेंट उठाए और वही सॉल्व करते रहे. उसके बदले जरूरी ये है कि आप अलग अलग सेट्स करते जाओ और उनको रिवाइज करते जाओ, ताकि अगली बार जब आप सेट देखो तो आपको ध्यान में आए कि हाँ मैंने ऐसा सेट पहले देखा था और ये इस तरह से होना है, so that you can connect the dots. This is the first thing. Second, the most important part is DIA consistency. आपको मत्था मारना है, सामने दीवार है, आपको रोज मत्था मारना ही मारना है. पहले वो 4 सेट्स में हो सकता है आपको 1 से 1.5 घंटा लगे, लेकिन वो धीरे धीरे टाइम कम होता रहेगा और वो ओवर द पीरियड आपको चेंज दिखेगा. वो चेंज आपको 15-20 दिन, 1 महीने में नहीं दिखेगा. आई सी अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु क्विट विद इन अ मंथ कि मेरे बस की बात नहीं हो, क्विट विद इन अ 2 और 3 डेज कि हमको तो समझ ही नहीं आ रहा स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट क्या है. दैट इज द मेजर थिंग. आपको अड़े रहना है, ढीठ बन के वो करने हैं सॉल्व, राइट? श्रेयस, डू यू एग्री?
हाँ सर, और क्वेश्चन सिलेक्शन का लाइक बहुत लोग पूछते हैं कि क्वेश्चन सिलेक्शन हो नहीं पाता. There is nothing like question selection. If you are familiar with the set, you will attempt it. If you are not, you won't select it. That is the only thing.
Perfect. So familiarity plays a major role. All right. Now the third part, the quantitative part.
So I would say that I wasn't very weak or very strong, frankly, in quants. But again, I solved every topic once to all the levels possible. Like I remember I solved arithmetic thrice in my entire 6 months preparation. I would say that everyone should practice arithmetic first instead of targeting probability or permutation, wherein I agree that you can solve it, but the guarantee of you solving in on the D-Day is very low. You will
Okay.
most probably skip that question. So focus on areas you know that you will solve in the paper and only attempt those. And if time permits, then study the
All right. So to summarize, first of all, you concentrated on arithmetic. Basically, I always say that there are three pillars of quant: arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. Focus on these three. Then, if you have time, then focus on PNC and everything. Do the basic of everything, but do these three in detail. Because if you are strong in these three
Yes.
sections, you are definitely going to nail through. I remember how at even at 1 a.m. you used to solve all the questions and everything, right? All the mocks and everything, and all the doubt discussion and everything. But yes, everything has proved fruitful at the end. Right.
Yes.
So, Shreyas, I'll just take 5 more minutes from you. All right, just 5 more minutes. So, tell me about the overall mock strategy that you adopted. How many mocks did you attempt? From when did you start attempting the mocks? How many mocks per week you used to attempt, and how do you used to analyze it? Basically.
Okay. So I would say the most critical thing in anyone's journey for CAT is mock analysis
Hmm.
and mock actually giving mocks, first of all.
Hmm.
I gave around 40 plus mocks for sure.
Okay.
And my schedule was I started giving mocks in June end. Like this is the right time, I guess, mid June to start giving mocks. I didn't focus on scores at first. For the first 15 mocks, I made an Excel sheet which was quite detailed. I used to answer 4 to 5 questions in it. What was the level of difficulty according to me? Why did I attempt that question? Why did I get it wrong or why did I get it correct? Then apart from that, I used to see whether I could solve the question before seeing the solution and used to tick yes if I could do it. That helped me in understanding that I missed this question. I could have solved it if given proper time. And then I used to compare it with others. How much time did others take and how am I faring? These 5 6 pointers were my detailed Excel sheet uh, that I used to do for initial 15 marks. After that, I
I
was
used to go
quite
with the
okay
flow.
with yes.
All right. So basically, you want to say that giving mock is one part, but analyzing it exhaustively is the second part.
Yes.
Not only you should attempt the paper again, but you should also look at the facts that why did I attempt this? Why, what did other attempt? Why did not I attempt that? And what are the things I can improve upon? Right.
Huh.
These are the things.
And final column was of suggestions like should I have attempted it in first round or second round or leave it altogether? So that was my approach.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So that summarizes overall thing. Okay. Just for the final thing, what are your total converts now? What are the options you had before you chose IIM Ahmedabad?
So I had converted A, C, uh, I, K, L. I had all the calls from IIM.
Okay.
So
Oh, all right. So look at the bright smile. All right.
except D rejected me.
All right. चलो B के अपने फंडे होते हैं. Anyway, so
Yes.
Shreyas, one final message for all the people that are watching you right now. What would you want to say?
Like be first of all know why you want to do an MBA and then start preparing because there will be lots of downfalls that you will see in your journey, and if you want to get above it you should know what your purpose is. It may sound very cliche but it is the thing, you should know it. Apart from that, focus is very important, consistency is extremely important. You can be very intelligent but not get good score in CAT. That is only because of consistency. And apart from that, I would say that don't stress out too much on D-Day, like I did in my last CAT attempt. I was completely free this time, even if I didn't have the job or backup with me. I was sure that कहीं ना कहीं तो चले ही जाएंगे was my last option to calm me down. And I did calm me down in the entire bit. So that was it.
Alright, ठीक है श्रेयस, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
So I would say that consistency, focus, and knowing your purpose why you're doing an MBA is very important. And please join a structured program. Quantifiers provides that consistency completely. And even if you are from any other coaching class, there is a booster course which helps in revising all the things. Please join it. That's it. Well,
Alright, श्रेयस आपको पैसे मिलेंगे बोलने के, don't worry. Alright, ठीक है श्रेयस, thank you so much for your time buddy. अभी आप जब IIM अहमदाबाद में जाओगे with all your experiences, we will definitely call you up again and get into a live interaction with the students. Right, time निकाल लेना थोड़ा सा, ठीक है? And rest, I wish you all the best. So कब से हमारा session start है?
I guess आधा घंटा होगा.
नहीं, अरे I meant कि आपका session अहमदाबाद में कब से start है?
Oh, 29 June.
Tonight. All right, no issues, buddy. ठीक है, चलो, all the very best, Shreyas. Have a good day. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.